Sorry it's taken so long, but here she is, my Qubeley girl. And she's actually been done for almost a week and a half now, but I haven't had a lot of chance to make a video because my whole family came down with strep throat, and that kind of sucks. So now I can finally sort of talk and do this, I don't know if it's a review, just sort of this highlight. So, just a background, if you remember, she is this character from Phantasy Star Online, and the 1 to 200, 220, 1 to 200, yeah, 1 to 200 Qubeley mixed, making her the Qubeley girl. So let's see if I can get this thing to spin around a bit. Probably not. It's horrible. Oh, there it goes. Slowly but surely. So it was really fun to make this. I had a great time, and she is mostly put together with those two kits, various pieces and parts. A bit of it is scratch built, which is the actual high heels. The front part of the toes are not scratch built, they're actually part of the original Qubeley kit, but these parts here, those are scratch built using pla plate. Those little pink thrusters are actually part of the Qubeley again. See if I can find those. Are part of the arms. These red parts right here turned out to be those pink parts. You know, recycle and all that. I also sort of put some thrusters inside the binders as part of a mod. I didn't like just the empty binders. If you take a look at the original, there's nothing in there. So I felt, hey, why not? Also, what else did I mod? Oh, yeah, the shoulders. Originally, if you check out one of my work in progress, I don't remember which one it was, maybe the second, that those binders, if they were directly attached to her shoulders, would have just been literally crushing her head on each side. So I had to extend it out. So basically built these shoulder parts and extended them out. And I think it looks really good now. There's a lot more space. Oh, what was that? Anyways, there's a lot more space. And I like how it turned out. So she's kind of weird, but I like her a lot. I'd like to go through the articulation a bit, but I'm really afraid of breaking her. One thing about her is that she's a very highly posable figure, if you take a look at the box. The problem is that makes the joints really tight, and she's fully painted now, so those tight joints are now insanely tight, and when I start to bend them, I can actually see some stress on the plastic coming through the paint. So that's how bad it is. It makes me nervous. I don't really want to bust things. Oh, and as she was sitting on the shelf, waiting for this review or highlight or whatever, there was a small minor earthquake in Japan. Those things tend to happen a lot. And Haman here fell off the top of my shelf and landed square on her head, knocking her down. And when I woke up the next morning, I'm like, oh my god! And I tried to assess damages, and it turns out there was a bit of a crack on her neck. Her head fell off. And if you take a look really closely, there's a crack right in her neck. So, yeah, that makes me nervous to start messing around with the neck, just thinking that it'll open that crack up and, you know, then there's almost no way to repair that. So, articulation, yeah, like I said, I'm really worried about it. Maybe I'll show you what I can show you without feeling too nervous, and then maybe take some still shots of maybe some poses, simply because if I do it on camera, I'm sure I'll rush myself, and that will just turn out really badly, and she'll break. Anyhow, let's take a look at what I did with the feet. So, yeah, I kind of like the idea that I managed to fit her entire leg system inside, as I hollowed out the inside of the original Qubeley. And so when she bends her knee articulation works in the double bend anyways, even though these knee pads from the Qubeley are stationary, it still seems to work out pretty well. So I was happy about that. These thrusters are, well, I can't seem to do it on camera. There we go. They are articulated, and because this is a ball joint here, I could move that, or I could break it. Let's see, the arms, if you can see, at that point right here I could spin it, but it's really tight and I don't feel like trying. Wrists, of course, and the binders, they move up and down, as well as the shoulders come through that ball joint, but again, I'm worried about breaking things. The added thruster, or the funnel launcher, or whatever you want to call it, added to her back skirts. Kind of like how the back skirts, side skirts and back skirts turned out. I call it the back skirt because it's actually one giant piece, and it turns out that these things move back and forth. As you can hear the cracking. Crack, crack, crack. Thankfully that's not paint, it's just sticking joints. Anyhow, so that's my Qubeley girl. You know, let me know how you think or how you feel. Like I said, I'll try to set up some poses right after this little video, and that's not a very good pose right now. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I really liked making it myself. Some of the inspiration was from a picture that I got online. I don't really know who to say made this, but I found it online, and I think it's sort of very, very similar to that, as far as the legs and the smaller binders on the shoulders. So I was pretty happy with how she came out. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I had a great time doing this, so if you guys are inspired to try something like this yourself, yeah, go for it. You know, what's the worst that can happen? It could, you know, turn out crappy, but hey, at least you tried, right? Anyhow, peace out. Hopefully I can get her posed up. Stay tuned.